Are you thinking about your crush right now? Are you replaying every conversation you had today and going to bed dreaming about the day you'll be able to hold his hand and kiss? Well, listen to me. Stop wasting your time daydreaming about your crush. Sure, it's nice at first to daydream about the what ifs, but once a crush goes on for months and years, you'll realize that your crush is holding you back from living your life. See, here's the truth. Once you have a crush on someone, it should not stay a crush for very long. You should decide for yourself if he's someone that you want to pursue. If he is, then go for it. Make your interest known. Flirt with him. If he's not, you need to distance yourself and move on. The worst thing you can do is stay in this crush phase where you're constantly obsessing over him, constantly daydreaming about him. The thought of the what if keeps you going, keeps giving you a dopamine boost. Anytime he smiles at you, you think it's a good sign. Anytime he ignores you, you think it's a bad sign. But it basically keeps you in this cycle. It's an addiction. You're being breadcrumbed. Any good moment keeps you going to the next one. Any sad moment keeps you thinking about him and pining over him. It's like you're addicted to a Vegas slot machine. The truth is that in the phase of a relationship, the crush and the butterfly stage should only be pretty short, right? You like someone, you have these butterflies, and then you move on to an actual relationship. You start dating, and once you start building a solid connection, your relationship is held up by love, by trust, by understanding. It's not driven by mystery, by excitement, by wondering who this person is and what it would be like to hold his hand. That is supposed to be a temporary phase. The problem is, the longer you have a crush, that mystery and that excitement will start to take a hold of you. You will start to idealize him in your brain. You will just think about the what ifs, what it would be like to date this guy. You don't even know what he would be like as a boyfriend, but you've already made up him as an amazing boyfriend, as the hero of a romance movie in your life. You know, science says that once you have a crush, it's kind of like having a cocaine addiction. And the problem is that normally your crush ends up leading towards a relationship where there are real struggles, where, you don't see your person in an idealized way. Eventually you humanize them. But if you constantly stay in a crush phase, you are just a cocaine addict continuing to have cocaine, right? Like anytime he smiles at you, have a little bit of cocaine. Anytime he doesn't look at you, have a cocaine withdrawal. It's like a real addiction. Another way of thinking about it, like I mentioned before, is the slot machine, right? You pull the slot at Vegas and eventually you get a match, and that's like when he sits next to you or he picks you to be his partner for something. And anytime he ignores you, you think, oh, the next time he'll give me a sign. It's literally like you keep pulling the slot machine, waiting for 3 in a row. And I get it, because I liked the same guy for 4 years before. I would daydream about him. I would go to sleep thinking about him. We went to school together, so anytime that I could sit next to him in class or be his partner for homework, I was so happy. I would overanalyze every detail. Anytime our hands brushed, I would constantly find ways to be near him. And that kept me going for 4 years. But he didn't like me. And looking back on those 4 years, I wasted so much of my mental energy on him. Every night I thought about him for hours. Now that I'm in a stable relationship, I have so much more mental energy to actually work on myself, to work on this YouTube channel, to work on my fitness goals. If you have a crush for a long time, it will hold you back from so much of your life that you could be doing other things. Instead of wasting your time crushing on someone, you should quickly decide if this person is worth pursuing or not. And you can do this by answering 3 questions. Question number 1. Do you think you have a chance with this person? Now, don't be too overconfident here or too hard on yourself. Just be realistic. Do you really think you have a chance? And ask your friends for their thoughts too. I think you'll be able to tell from that. Question number 2. Do you think you would have a good relationship with this person? Are they a person of good character? Are your life circumstances set up so that you could actually have a relationship? Because no matter how much you like this person right now, if you start dating them and you can't actually have a good relationship, it will not end in happiness. Question number 3. Are you willing to risk your friendship with this person, even if it doesn't work out? A lot of people have crushes on their close friends. If you're not willing to risk them finding out you like them and having the relationship be changed, then you're not going to do anything about your crush, and it's better off finding a way to move on. Now, if you answered yes to all of these questions, then you should pursue this person. And you can do this by letting them know you like them, flirting with them, sending subtle signals, or if you're bold, asking them out directly. The worst thing that can happen is they say no, you get clarity, and you can move on. Now, if you answer no to any of these questions, I really think you need to move on. And you have to do this by distancing yourself from them. You need no contact. You need to get them out of your mind and out of your life. You can't stay friends with this person. That's the mistake that I made, and that's how I liked someone for 4 straight years. Now, I know that sounds harsh, But think about all the time that you're wasting on this person. You are thinking about them night and day, when you go to bed, when you wake up, when you're around them. It's not worth it if nothing's going to happen. So in conclusion, if you like someone, don't waste your life crushing on them. Instead, decide if they're worth pursuing or if you need to move on from them. If you just stay crushing on this person, your crush will hold you back from living your best life. I know that's harsh, but I believe you can do it. Go ask them out or distance yourself and move on.